Okay, so basically here, it looks a little bit complicated. The important thing here is input versus output. Okay, so here there's basically some assumptions. Okay, and just saying who would need to give the data here. And here basically what you see are different two different kind of scenarios. Okay, just a little bit of variation, doesn't matter, just to run some numbers. And the important thing about this is to have the daily core products, and this is an estimation. This is based on Jerry. You're the one. That's why I'm including you, the person who has the most knowledge of what is the daily core sales of products in the stores. Okay, 15. That's a number. Okay, that means every hour they'll probably have two people buying. Okay, does that make sense? Or is it like, no, actually it's one every hour. It's 8 people a day. This is the average price range that I'm putting here. It might be higher, like, oh no, from my experience is a different one. Perfect. It's just some numbers that help us run the equation. Okay. And then other product, this is less critical. Okay. But just in case there is quite a bit of sale, because that helps to understand, like, hey, actually they're making good money with the other products too. And so they have more margin. In the end, it's about sharing, whatever margin they're making. And there has to be some sharing happening. So the more, the better. Okay, then here, why am I putting here the credit card rates? Okay, which actually might be quite high, and it's a good reference, but that's eating up into their margin. Okay, and it's relevant when you compare here with the prescription platform, saying, hey, now now you're working with a telemedicine operator. What is the margin? Because right now, for example, 100 baht that you had mentioned, that's quite a bit of money. That's 11% of the margin. Could be, could not be. Okay, it also depends a lot if they're making a lot of money, because this is their core product, but on the side gig product, they're making a lot of money. In reality, you can be losing even money sometimes with a product because you're making with the other. This can be quite critical to understand. Then this is kind of their operational margin, but when you look at the running cost and the SG&A, how many salespeople, I'm not accounting for any marketing kind of cost. Okay, and for simplicity purposes, you might say, no, actually they're spending tons of money on marketing. Okay, that's a different thing. But here I'm just putting some basic numbers: 5 employees, 20K. Maybe you'd say, no, it's 40K or it's 30 or it's whatever. Okay, and it's 3 employees, they never have those many. Perfect. This is just an average to understand the numbers, and then how much they're paying already. This is quite critical because this is obviously a big number. And then here they'll give you the variable number. This just helps because once we have this kind of margin understanding and pricing understanding, is when it's much easier to then do the breakdown of saying, hey, how many stores and what kind of resources, what margin the agent takes, what margin does the and internally take, whatever, I mean, and what is, for example, then you can run the numbers against having internal doctors or having doctors on margin. Okay, so this is quite critical. If you can give me this data point, that will be super helpful. Okay, cool. Thanks, buddy.